10 million views. That's what Ariana Grande gets when she posts a selfie, but it's also what I got for this video.
Rising up, back on the street.
And today I'm gonna show you how to make
DJ Brain Dead, yeah!
Today I'm gonna walk you through my most viewed video, my Eye of the Tiger vs. Bronski beat mashup. I'm gonna show you how I produced it and how I created it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it right now and then come back. Let's go.
What?
This tutorial has always been the #1 request from you guys, and only now during COVID-19 I have the time to do it. So thank you, COVID-19. Anyway, it was 2014. I got a call from Pioneer DJ. They said, "Listen man, nobody cares about the intro, just start the f***ing tutorial." At the time, Pioneer DJ sent me the DDJ SP1 controller, so I wanted to highlight the functions and versatility of the controller, which is why the entire routine was centered around this controller. The first step was to find good use for those pads, like a melody to play with. Hi Winamp, hi every song I have in my collection, hi random, let's go! That's great! Now we need an acapella for the routine that is interesting and special. Hi Winamp, hi every acapella I have in my collection, hi random, let's go!
Work.
Rising up, back on the street.
Let's time travel to my top picks. I'll use Shoutout to decide which one is best for me. Overused.
I'ma get you drunk,
Nah.
get you love drunk off my house.
She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before.
Nice.
Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood whore. Did a full 180.
This one didn't even exist back in 2014.
We don't need no one of us.
Crap.
Rising up, back on the street.
This is my favorite, but it's not in the same key. If I tune it down, the vocal quality sounds bad. However, I really like how it sits together. I wasn't gonna give up on that link, so I asked a friend to record the song in the right key and send it to me. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down below. I will answer everybody. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Now the next part of this tutorial is a deep dive in my Cubase project where I built a routine, produced the sounds, gave it a structure, and prepared it for the gear that I used. That part is not in this video. If you want to watch that part, it's on djbraindead.com, the link in the description. You can get that there, plus the sample pack from this mashup. Go get it. Moving on. Okay, so this is my DJ setup for this routine. It's 2 CDJs, 1 mixer, and 1 SP1 controller. Now I'm going to show you how everything works together. On the right deck, I have the main track, which is the backing track, the house loops and all that stuff. The first cue is a silent cue. Means it doesn't have anything, it doesn't do anything until I press the second cue, which triggers the first beat. Later on, that's the first deck on the right side, but the other deck on the right side, if I switch to that deck, it's that drum loop. Now let's go over to the left side. The first deck is the acapella. First cue is the silent cue because I didn't want it to play anything until I triggered the second cue.
Rising up, back on the street.
These days we have the silent cue, which does that for us with a button, but I didn't have that back then, so I had to improvise a silent cue. First cue, silent cue, second cue,
Rising up, back on the street.
the acapella. On the hot cues, it's the other deck. The chords, the main chords of the track on the other deck from the left side. So I have 2 decks here and 2 decks here. Then I have the sampler. 6 samples of that melody. It's laid out in a simple way that helps me remember and play it like a piano. I have some echo here coming from the mixer. That's the main hook, and then the B part of the song goes. That's on the B bank of the sampler. If I go to the A bank, that's the other bank. They're next to each other, so it's easy for me to switch between them. That's the sampler. Before I start each take of the routine, every deck is playing here on silent cues. Let's try it. This one is playing. This one is playing. echo ready, I can start the melody. Then I can add the chords. Then I wanted to jump to the second cue on this deck.
Rising up, back
Get the a cappella going. So let's try that.
rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
That was a reverb that I turned on and turned off. It gave it that tail.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
Now the sampler is gonna play, the chords are gonna play, the backing track is gonna play, and the a cappella is gonna play all together.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Well, the distance now, I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the
When the B part came in, I changed the chords like this. It's the same pads, just a different melody, different chords, just changed it up.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rider. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
The backing track is leading us to the drop, which is here. I've prepared the loop in Serato for this part, and I'm gonna play with the pitch slider when the drop comes in.
With the eye of the tiger.
Let's try that whole part again.
And he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
After chopping up the acapella and playing in the drop, comes this part where I switch the sample bank because I don't need this anymore. I need these. Now I changed the play mode to make it stop when I lift the finger. I don't want it to play the entire sample, I want it to be chopped. Now I'm gonna show you how it sounds by itself. It has those 4 stabs. It's like a dubstep Skrillex 2010. And snare. And it goes. And then the second part is. All I have left is switching to the hot cues. And play with that drum loop. That more or less was the drum part in the final part. But when we bring back the chords, I need to use my left hand to bring that back too. Only that part took me about 3 days of practice until I got it right. Let's hear it without the backing track. Thank you for staying the entire video. Don't forget to visit djbrainia.com for the full tutorial and sample pack from this mashup. You can also subscribe if you like my videos. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who was involved in the creation of this video. That's it. See you next time.
DJ Brain Dead, yeah!